Hi, wrestling fans. Who farted? Huh? Nobody around. Thanks for clicking on the Drew Reddit D. Rose report. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin appeared on a Hardcore Sports Radio this week and discussed TNA challenging WWE to Monday nights. Despite the fact that Austin is a WWE guy, though, through and through, he says competition is great for business and hopes TNA can give WWE a run for its money. He says, I wish TNA people all the luck in the world because it means more of the boys to have jobs and it gives fans, alternatives, Austin said. TNA has a lot of WCW pieces in place, Hogan, Bischoff, Flair, Sting, the band. But Austin doesn't know if TNA will ever be able to reach the WCW popularity peak, and don't know if we'll ever recreate the Nitro War with Raw. He said that WCW kicked our ass for 2 years, and then we smoked their ass even, and didn't even look back and put them right out of business. You bought them out of business. Anyway, even though he wishes good luck to TNA, he knows it would be close to impossible for them to realistically push them to the brink like WCW did. I don't think anyone will ever come close to really, giving a true competition to WWE because they're so far ahead of the game. They're rooted into the system, and they're a winner. You should get a raise out of that Stone Cold. Anyway, by mentioning him, come to think of it, let me go on to this next paragraph. WWE Hall of Famer posted a number of messages on his Twitter page regarding his appearance as host of Raw last night. With 2 weeks to go to Mania, had to work with storylines, couldn't give stunners to everyone. They have huge pay-per-view and promoted Damage, Austin said. The PG thing is a real deal. He said, great direction for WWE, wise decision, although that took 92% of my vocabulary away. Austin also commented on a scar on his head, and you could read more on Austin's tweet at his link. The city that plays host to tonight's SmackDown NXT tapings was awakened earlier this morning at 4:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time when a 4.4 magnitude earthquake hit Los Angeles. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the earthquake's epicenter was 11 miles east-southwest of Los Angeles Civic Center, where they'll be at. The earthquake was minor in severity, but enough to awaken many. As of press time, no injuries were reported, just probably a lot of heart attacks. Currently, TNA superstar Jeff Hardy, his trial on all 4 cases, didn't know they were individual cases, will begin tomorrow, by the way, March 17th in Superior Court, Moore County, North Carolina. I'll keep you updated on that tomorrow. Hardy, of course, was arrested September 11th on last year when police searched his home, found 262 Vicodin pills, 180 Soma pills, 555 milliliters of antibiotic steroids, residue amount of powder cocaine, and drug paraphernalia. I can't believe it, drug paraphernalia? Man, well... Anyway, I think rolling papers will get you that charge anymore in some states. Jeff was indicted on March 4th, 2010. Hardy is currently facing 5 felonies in total and misdemeanor charge and conspiracy charge. Below our, well, I've already read them all to you. I'm tired of reading them. Anyway, conspiracy to traffic opium is a new charge that recently had been brought forth. A 12-persona jury will be seated in the courtroom to overhear the case, and when the DA and the defense rest their case, the jury will determine whether Hardy is guilty or not guilty of each charge. Hey, we watch Law and Order, we know. If the jury finds Hardy guilty of any charges other than a court date, or any charges found again, they'll set up another court date for the sentencing. We watch Law and Order, we know. As noted previously, WWE added Stu Hart and Gorgeous George to 2010 Hall of Fame, and it appears that WWE will save the final inductee, who's believed to be Bob Uecker, for next week's Raw, which coincidentally is hosted by former MLB Pete Rose. Daddy! Oh. Anyway, the main event portion of the Hall of Fame ceremony is going to be on for 1 hour USA, 11 p.m. Saturday, March 27th. And here's a, if you don't know, a list of the inductees since I got some time. Gorgeous George is going to be inducted by Betty Wagner, his wife, well, the ex-wife, I don't know, last wife anyway, 93 years old, I guess. Stu Hart will be inducted by the Hart family. $1 Million Man be inducted by Ted and Brett DiBiase. Antonio Inoki will be inducted by Stan Hansen. Mad Dog Vachon inducted by Pat Patterson. Wendy Richter will be inducted by Roddy Piper. Not officially announced, Bob Uecker is supposed to be inducted by NBC Chairman Dick Ebersol, which helped push the Saturday Night Main Event years ago. WWE is also releasing a book called Rumble Road, Untold Stories from Outside the Ring on July 20th. Written by John Robinson. I don't know. F4WOnline.com sources indicate, says that Gregory Helms recently departed from WWE after the incident in January where he and Chris Jericho were arrested as expected. Helms brought back to TV shortly after the incident to appear on a beatdown angle and was never used again. Former WWE Candice Michelle, the Diva, who is pregnant, noted on her Twitter account that she'll be at tonight's SmackDown taping in Los Angeles to visit friends. Batista legitimately, by the way, got busted open last night by Kofi Kingston at the Raw match, other than illegitimately getting busted open. Anyway, WWE is promoting the new FX series Justified by adding one of the characters, Raylan Givens, to the Raw roster page. That's all you need. Dark main event. After last night's Raw, we didn't see Rey Mysterio defeat CM Punk with a 619 in a 10-minute match. Rey Mysterio celebrated with the fans after the win. The match was made official after CM Punk came out during the commercial break before Brett and Vince did the contract signing to challenge Rey. According to Jason Powell of ProWrestling.net, a source who was at Monday's Raw in Portland noted that the production team was monitoring the TNA Impact show. The sources said that did an estimate on how many monitors were dedicated to TNA. The number was around 1 of every 5 cameras. Odd, yeah. Anyway, despite WWE's announcement of superstars, there's still a possibility that this year's WrestleMania will feature 9 Money in the Bank ladder match people. The original plan was to have 8 men in the match, and then it was changed to 9 because we had to have Drew McIntyre in there. We had to. As of yesterday, it was talk of leaving it at 9 despite the announcement on Superstars, but there's no definite plans to change it. We'll see after the Raw yesterday, which I didn't hear anything about it. I might have missed it. IGN has a new interview up with WWE Hall of Famer Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper says he was asked by Vince McMahon to induct Wendy Richter to the Hall of Fame class. He says, why? Vince says, you're the only one alive. Vince probably talking about people still alive from the days of when Richter was active. Goldust, Dolph Ziggler had appeared at the WWE's Armando Estrada's Baby's Steak and Lemonade restaurant on Wednesday. They're going to be there, probably sign all right, March 24th from 4 to 6 in Glendale, Arizona. If you're that way, go on by to get you something to eat and get a picture taken. As of now, Shawn Michaels, a little bit of a spoiler, I think. As of right now, Shawn Michaels is not being advertised for any WWE shows past WrestleMania as Raw takes place from Arizona. Undertaker is being advertised to appear at all SmackDown tapings through June. But not Shawn Michaels. Could be I hit on something like that. Alright, I better get over here before I run out of time. Hey, thanks for clicking. Check back tomorrow. I'll have some more silly ass stuff probably for you and maybe some trivia. Who knows? Alright. Still smell something. I gotta go.